Welcome to Gunpla News. I'm your host, Nick Savory. Let's talk about the most recent announcements from Bandai as far as new kits. First up, the Plannosaurus Line. There are 4 new kits, all dinosaur kits, and much to my chagrin, none of them included missiles or machine guns, which I was hoping for. But more interestingly, these kits are kind of an expansion on the previous dinosaur kits that were skeletons. These ones have full outer shells that can be added as well while constructing the inner skeleton. The first is the Plannosaurus Tyrannosaurus. It's going to be 1430 yen and is scheduled for May 2023. The second was the Triceratops for 1595 yen, also scheduled for May 2023. The third is the Stegosaurus for 1650 yen, scheduled for May 2023. And then the Mosasaurus, 1870 yen, also scheduled for May 2023. Next up, there were a ton of new announcements for 30-minute missions, which are always exciting. The first is a pair of new kits called the Volpanova, a new frame for the 30-minute missions line. There are 2. One is a quad bike and the other a tracked version. They both appear to be transforming robots, basically. One into, like mentioned before, a quad bike with 4 wheels, the other with tracks. Definitely a Transformers vibe. It'll be interesting to see how those transformations work. Price is 1628 yen, and they're scheduled for April and May, respectively. Next up is the EXA vehicle, customized carrier version. This one's got me really excited. It looks very much like a Gundam carrier from some of the Gundam series. It's a wheeled vehicle with a back that can fold, raise up to elevate a Gundam or other mobile suit into a standing position. That'll be 1518 yen and is scheduled for June 2023. Next in the 30-minute missions announcements was the option parts set 12, hand parts and multi-joint parts. This one's exciting. Bunch of various hands, including various expressive poses, including open and finger pointing kind of poses. Also exciting though, in the set is the multi-joint parts, which have joint parts that can be connected into the 3mm peg holes found on many 30-minute missions kits, as well as some covers, which is a much needed part as well. Price for that set is 825 yen and is scheduled for April 2023. Next in the 30-minute missions line is the customized weapons, energy weapons. This is an interesting set of various weapons coming in both a blue effect version and a kind of gray standard version, I believe, to simulate the energized version of the energy weapon. Some cool weapons, including a Shotel like Sandrock carries and various swords. The price is 825 yen and is scheduled for April 2023. Next up, 30-minute sisters. A variety of 30-minute sisters sets and parts were announced. First up is the Shiana Amalcia vivace form. This one's interesting in that it appears to be kind of suited for aquatic type environments, including a pair of shark arms. I have no better way to describe that. They haven't quite jumped the shark, but they did something with them. The price is 3,500 yen and is scheduled for May 2023. Next up is option body parts type S04, color C. So another body parts set, price 880 yen, scheduled for June 2023. Also the option body parts type A03, color C, also 880 yen, May 2023. More options for customizing your 30-minute sisters. I believe there are a few other parts announced as well. We won't go into those today. Demon Slayer has a new kit announced. Demon Slayer Mameko Kamado. For 4620 yen, scheduled for May 2023. It appears to be like the other Demon Slayer kits that have been released previously, building a static pose figure from the kit. Next up, AMAIM. There were several announcements from AMAIM Warrior of the Borderline. Kyokai Senki Weapons Set 4 multi-joint frames. Appears to be several frame parts to potentially replace the frame of another AMAIM kit. It includes 3mm peg holes for customization and adding other accessory parts. This will be 1320 yen and is scheduled for May 2023. All right, next up, an AMAIM Boundary Battle Weapons Set 5. It's another set with several weapons and armor pieces for customization. This set is 1320 yen and is scheduled for June 2023. Next up, Digimon. There's a new Digimon kit, another figurized standard amplified Shine Greymon. So this is a Greymon variant. This will be 5,500 yen and is scheduled for release in June 2023. Next up, there are two new Ultraman kits announced. The figurized standard Decker Flash Type, 3,630 yen, scheduled for May 2023. And the figurized standard Ultraman Evil Tiga Action, 3,520 yen, scheduled for release in June 2023 as well. Kamen Rider, there's one new kit announced, the figurized standard Kamen Rider Wizard Flame Style. Price is 4070 yen and scheduled for May 2023. There's also a new Pokemon kit announced, the Pokabu, which is the Japanese name, or I believe in English, Tepig is the name commonly used in the States. The price is 715 yen and is scheduled for May 2023. Naruto, there were two new Naruto kits announced, both entry grades. The entry grade Naruto Uzumaki, 1760 yen, scheduled for April 2023. The other is the Uchiha Sasuke, price is 1760 yen, scheduled for April 2023. Both of these Naruto kits, the entry grade kits, are likely to be static, unposable figures. There's also a kit from Ryujin Maru, or the same series that Ryujin Maru is from. I believe this is going to be a P-Bandai release, at least in Japan. The Demon God Mashin Hiro Wataru, 1760 yen, is scheduled for April 2023. Now on to Gunpla and the exciting stuff. There were, I believe, 6 kits announced from The Witch from Mercury coming out next year that were just announced. The Zoward Heavy, 1760 yen, scheduled for April 2023. The Dylan Zasol, 1760 yen, scheduled for April 2023. The Hindri Sturm, 1760 yen, scheduled for April 2023. The Demi Birding, 2090 yen, scheduled for May 2023. And new product tentative, they haven't given a name, but there is an image. Price is 1540 yen, scheduled for 2023. One other kit that was announced, interestingly, a regular release here in the US and I believe in Japan as well. The other kits from the same series were P-Bandai kits, and that's the Gun Cannon Kukuru's Don Island version. There's an interesting design to it. Price is 2530 yen, scheduled for May 2023. There's also a new Gunpla-kun. If you're unfamiliar, Gunpla-kun was a weird chibi proportioned line of kits that was announced recently. None of them have come out so far that I know of yet, but this is a Gunpla-kun DX set runner version with reproduction parts. So I believe it's a slightly different version of the RX-78 Gunpla-kun. Price is 1100 yen, scheduled for April 2023. And finally, a new SDCS Silhouette Tornado Gundam. Excited to see a new SDCS kit being announced where there hasn't been one in several years. Price is 1760 yen and is scheduled to be released in April 2023. And that's it. So let us know down in the comments which kit you're most excited about, and see you next time.